We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And now, for something completely different. So, what we're doing today. Is, if you look through these videos, I almost never do stunt videos. Which is kind of what this is going to be. That's what all these sauces are. Now, these have a very specific theme to them. That is that they are all in the upper echelon of the Hot Ones sauces. And I know the title of this says it's a response to food theories videos, which we'll get to momentarily. But first, the sauces. So, Da Bomb Evolution. This is a number 8. Karma Scorpion Disco, a 9. Fiery Fool, another 9. And this Hot Ones Constrictor was on the game show. It was the hottest show of that season, which would put it had not ever been on the actual Hot Ones show. It was on the game show. But this would easily be in the 10 slot because it is Reaper concentrate on top of Reapers. So very easily this is a 10 slot. I've used it a few times in the 10 slot in the wing things where it normally resides. And normally I don't eat these sauces a whole ton outside of the wing things. But today is special. So, let's get to the food theory stuff. First of all, since I recorded the first reaction video to the earlier food theory content about spicy foods, which you can check out here or here, I don't know. It'll be somewhere on the screen. Somewhere. I will also link it in the description down below if I can't figure out how to put it on screen. 2 videos since then from food theory. The first one was spicy food can actually kill you. I'm not going to include clips of that or the other one actually. So there's no clips of that one because I found it super clickbaity and literally any chemical, including water, will kill you if you have too much of it. That is the whole premise of that video. My entire reaction to that can be summed up like this. Well, duh. They didn't include RTX, which actually is similar to like a capsaicin, and which is incredibly toxic, but it's not meant to be consumed like at all. It's fatal very, very quickly. So that doesn't go anywhere in your food. And it's not even commercially, I don't think, particularly accessible. So, can spicy food kill you? Sure. But can everything else? Yes. So, that was a lot of fun. Okay, moving on to the next one, which was how to conquer spicy food. That one I will link in the description down below. So, how to conquer spicy food is basically the third part of the trilogy of spicy food. And I don't know if they're going to do more or not. It was hard to tell. A higher production value, certainly. And Stephanie, is that her name? She was all gussied up. And it felt like she got kind of drug into that video. Anyway, so it's a compilation of a few different things, which is mostly the result of their other stuff, along with a few different new additions. So they tried perfume and other weird stuff like ketchup for some reason. Most of those things, chocolate, so on. Plugging your nose is not going to get you the full enjoyment, so that's nothing I would ever consider, and I don't think you're ever going to see it at a hot sauce eating contest because that's just nonsense. Like, what's the point of eating it at all if you're just going to dilute your senses, right? But there was something interesting and new that I had never tried before, ever. And so my approach, this isn't what I use, by the way. Nothing in that video actually is. The peanut butter shake is maybe the closest, but I need a lot more subscribers, and then I will get into what I actually do. But the one thing that I had not ever tried, when I did my thing, I looked at chemistry and just kind of went from there. Most of the word of mouth stuff is not worthwhile. So that was my approach, and I found something that definitely worked for me. Like I said, everybody's got different stuff. Scoville just has anything, I guess, pretty much in his stomach, and he's good to go. Really depends on the nature, I think, of the individual. But the thing that they came up with was this. Maybe not Marie Callender's, but it was a key lime pie. So I got this Marie Callender's key lime pie because I'm actually going to test this. So it's part of a reaction, but partly I'm going to actually attempt to test this with some of the hottest sauces on the Hot Ones show. I don't know where they fall as far as in comparison to Apollo. Apollo I did do, and you can check out that video as well in the Hot Ones playlist. How do you get this stupid box open? Oh my god, go away. Here's the pie. I think they had more whipped cream on theirs, possibly. I don't know. This is just whatever it was. So, take the shrink wrap off this. And, okay. Alright, so, I've never tried this for heat. I don't eat a lot of key lime pie as a rule. But to me, it seemed kind of interesting. And their reaction, because obviously neither of those two are Chileheads, Matt, Pat, or Steph, and I thought, okay, well, if it is that effective for someone who is clearly unused and not particularly tolerant to spicy food, as far as I can see, then this could be something worth trying. Most of the time, like I said, I almost never worry about mouth heat, like ever. Most of the time, I'm more worried about making sure I don't get cramping, because that sucks, and that is just not enjoyable at all. And then they had this ice cream that I don't know what was actually in it. They did a number of sauces with a lower level sauce before they got to Apollo. I don't know what that sauce was either, because I didn't include that information in the video. They found this crazy super hot ice cream. I can't actually simulate that. But there was 2 hot sauces, one of which, from what I could tell in the video, they had a video clip, and what I could tell seemed to be heavy with extract, which is probably part of the reason they found it so scorching. But there's also actual peppers in there, 3 different kinds. My guess would be something like maybe Reapers and Scorpions, and maybe 7-Pot, could be Ghost, I don't know. It's hard to really know because they didn't actually specify all that information. So we're not really worried about the ice cream part of it. We're just going to kind of simulate as far maybe up as the Apollo. And where the Apollo actually relates into these, this one I think is probably, by my reckoning, either as hot, possibly actually even a little bit hotter than the Apollo. Alright, so this is not the way that I generally ever eat sauce. And so all these have videos, by the way, at the time of this posting, except for this one, the Bomb Evolution. This video will be posted in June. Stay tuned for that. The rest of them are in the Hot Ones playlist, though. Alright, so this sauce. So this is the replacement to Beyond Insanity, but the Bomb Evolution is kind of a pain, really. But anyway, so we got our spoonful, and we're gonna have that. Horrible. Okay, and then we're gonna have a 9, so we're going to do an 8 or 9. The Scorpion Disco. Ugh. Oh, that sauce is... Ugh. It's hot. They use scorpion peppers. They change out the peppers. Definitely this is hotter than the other one. Getting a decent burn going. Okay. Scorpion Disco. Okay. Good and punchy. I got a pretty decent heat charge going right now. Getting some ringing in my ears, which is always a good sign of that you're getting there. So, very punchy. All right, so let's dig out a slice of this, put it to the test. Oh, shite. All right. I wouldn't say it completely knocks it away. It reduces it notably, but these have enough to come back. So I wouldn't say this is necessarily better than what I usually do, but I am willing to adapt with new and better information. It's interesting. I almost never get hiccups as a rule. Like usual, like usual with this type of video, I'm gonna edit out the noises but not cut sections out. Okay, we calm down now. Get some air trapped in there, I guess. All right. So 8 and a 9, it knocked it down, didn't knock it out. Let's just see what happens with a 9 and a 10. This is Fiery Fool from Hellfire. At one time, they were claiming it was the hottest sauce in the world without extract. This has quite a few different hot peppers in it. It seemed like a good idea when I first thought this up. Ah. Boy. Woo! And, Constrictor. Gotta be careful with this. I have enough left for Q2 2023 wing thing. Let's call it good there. I think we'll be okay. Oh, yep. Okay. Yep. Nice and toasty. Woo. Oh, yep. Okay. Good burn. Good burn going now. Get reactivated. So what was left from the other ones. Alright. Here we go. Key lime. Punchy. Very punchy. Very punchy. Messy though. Boy. Oh. Okay. Oh. There we go. Okay, see if we can chase that last bit away somewhat. Oh. Alright, it won't be on camera, but I will be seeing how this does with cramps. I decided to eat this in the dumbest way possible, I'll tell you that. Graham cracker crumbs everywhere. I don't think the crust matters. Oh. Okay, so I still have a pretty substantial burn going right now. So here's the thing with this. Things that are cool and creamy and at least somewhat based in dairy like this is are going to be helpful, right? I don't know that citrus is something that I found personally to be super effective. I think you could modify this type of thing to be a lot more effective than what this was. So I mean, it's helpful, but it doesn't have erasure. It's not completely just stopping any kind of a burn. It is still very noticeable. My tolerance is down right now because I wanted to try to have it closer to where theirs might be. It's not, certainly nowhere near a peak. And so I wouldn't say this is the cure-all. This is not the silver bullet that they're kind of portraying it to be. The idea with the clothespin, I'm not going to test that. I don't care. That's there's no point in me cutting that experience out because I'll just not eat it then. You know what I mean? I can just not have it rather than trying to diminish it. Science or not, that's foolish. And the perfume and all the other stuff is not. I don't like floral stuff especially, which is why this sauce is somewhat hard to tolerate. Because it's very floral with the scorpion peppers in it. But as far as heat mitigation, to me it's not. I'm not changing. I'm not changing what I do for this or including this in any shape or fashion after this. So I think if you had coconut cream pie, I think you would have a similar effect to this. I don't know that I'm going to go test that, but like a Boston cream pie, generally any sort of cold cream pie, I think will give you a pretty similar effect to this. I don't see that there's really, like the citrus, I don't think plays into it as much as they're portraying there. At least that hasn't ever been my experience. So, but it was kind of fun to do. And I don't love these pies. Still got half one I have to eat now. But I mean, it was a neat experiment because I was really curious to see what would happen. I didn't expect this, by the way. Going in, I wasn't convinced that was going to happen, but there are other products, there are other avenues that have citrus and a dairy component together that you could also try. There's creamies, there's smoothies, there's yogurts. There's a lot of different things you can play around with. This to me I wouldn't be one I was inclined to use, but I will say that it was helpful. Like I said, anything cold and creamy is going to give a very similar effect to this. So I am interested in that ice cream that they were doing, but I'm not probably ever going to go to North or South Carolina, wherever it is, to go try it. And also, if I can't tell what's in it, that's another reason I wouldn't do that. But dumping a bunch of hot sauce into your ice cream with a bunch of peppers, you're going to get ice crystals and things like that. So you're going to get a whole bunch of pockets of concentrated capsaicin. So I would imagine that is probably a pretty hot thing. Something like that would be interesting to try, I think, but just depending on what sauces they used in it. Because I think that could also be pretty awful. But anyway, neither here nor there. There is my attempt to check out this whole key lime thing, and results were mixed. I mean, it was ultimately a tasty help, but not the slime dunk. So I will just leave it at that. But there it is, the second, and who knows, maybe the final reaction to food theory.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.